Let me ask you something. Have you ever sat down after a long day and when you tried to get back up, your legs felt heavy, almost like they were filled with sand? Or maybe you've noticed a strange tingling, a numbing sensation, or even a cramping pain that creeps in at night and steals your sleep. If you're nodding your head right now, I need you to stay right here because what I'm about to share with you could genuinely change the way your legs feel, starting today. I'm Dr. Zoe, and welcome to Dr. Zoe Health Talks. On this channel, we talk about real health, real solutions, and real results, especially for those of us who are over 70 and refuse to let age slow us down. So, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button right now, because we drop life-changing health content every single week. Now, let's get into it, because today's topic is one I get asked about constantly. And honestly, it's one of the most important conversations we can have for anyone over the age of 70. Here's the truth that most people don't know. As we get older, something quietly happens inside our bodies that most doctors don't spend nearly enough time talking about. Our blood vessels, the tiny, delicate tubes that carry life-giving blood to every inch of our bodies, they start to lose their flexibility. They stiffen up. They narrow. And when that happens, blood has a much harder time flowing freely down into your legs, your feet, and your toes. The result? That heavy feeling, the cramping, the coldness in your feet even when the room is warm, the swelling around your ankles by the end of the day. Sound familiar? Poor circulation in the legs isn't just uncomfortable. It's a warning sign. It can lead to serious problems, nerve damage, slow healing wounds, and in severe cases, dangerous blood clots. And here's what really concerns me as a health professional. Millions of people over 70 are living with this every single day, and they think it's just a normal part of aging. They think, oh, my legs are just old. No, absolutely not. Poor circulation is not something you simply have to accept. And today, I'm going to tell you about the #1 vitamin that has the power to dramatically improve blood flow in your legs. Now, before I reveal exactly what this vitamin is, I want you to understand why it works. Because when you understand the science, you'll be far more motivated to actually use it. And trust me, the science here is fascinating. Inside every single one of your blood vessels, there is a thin lining called the endothelium. Think of it like the inner wall of a garden hose. When this lining is healthy, it produces a powerful molecule called nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide is essentially your body's natural blood flow booster. It tells your blood vessels to relax, to widen, to open up. And when they open up, blood flows through freely and easily, delivering oxygen and nutrients to your legs, your muscles, your tissues, all the way down to your toes. But here's the problem. As we age, nitric oxide production drops significantly. Studies have shown that by the time we reach our 70s, our bodies can produce up to 75% less nitric oxide than they did when we were young. That's a staggering drop. And without enough nitric oxide, blood vessels stay stiff, stay narrow, and circulation suffers. This is the root cause of so much of the leg discomfort people feel after 70. So, what's the #1 vitamin that helps fix this? It is vitamin B3, also known as niacin. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Dr. Zoe, I've heard of B vitamins before. But I promise you, most people have no idea just how powerful niacin specifically is when it comes to blood flow and circulation. This is not just any B vitamin. Niacin is in a class of its own. Here's how it works. Niacin directly stimulates the production of nitric oxide in the endothelium, that inner lining of your blood vessels we just talked about. When you have adequate levels of niacin in your body, your blood vessels get that signal to relax and dilate. Blood flows more freely. Your legs get more oxygen. Your muscles stop cramping. The heaviness starts to lift. It's almost like unclogging a pipe that's been partially blocked for years. But that's not all. Niacin also does something remarkable for your cholesterol. It raises your good cholesterol, your HDL, which acts like a cleaning crew inside your arteries. HDL cholesterol picks up the fatty deposits that have been building up along your artery walls and carries them away. Cleaner arteries mean better flow. It's as simple as that. And on top of that, Niacin has been shown in multiple clinical studies to reduce inflammation inside blood vessels. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the biggest enemies of healthy circulation after 70. It damages vessel walls, makes them sticky, and slows everything down. Niacin works against that inflammation at the cellular level. Now let me tell you about some of the research, because I always want to back up what I say with science. A landmark study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that niacin supplementation significantly improved endothelial function. That's the health of your blood vessel lining in patients with poor circulation. Another study looked specifically at older adults and found that regular niacin supplementation improved leg blood flow markers and reduced symptoms of peripheral artery disease, which is a condition where narrowed arteries reduce blood flow to the limbs. The results were remarkable. Patients reported less pain when walking, less cramping at rest, and improved overall quality of life. And here's something really exciting that I want to share with you. Researchers have been studying a particular form of niacin called nicotinamide riboside, or NR, and it's been getting a lot of attention in the world of longevity science. NR is a precursor to a molecule called NAD+, which is absolutely critical for energy production inside your cells. As we age, NAD+ levels drop dramatically, and lower NAD+ means your blood vessels age faster, your cells produce less energy, and circulation suffers even more. Nicotinamide riboside helps replenish NAD+ levels, essentially helping your blood vessels behave more like they did when you were younger. The anti-aging implications of this are enormous. So, how much niacin do you actually need? This is important, so listen carefully. The recommended daily intake of niacin for adults is around 14 to 16 milligrams per day. But for therapeutic effects on circulation and blood flow, many studies have used higher doses, typically between 500 milligrams and 1,500 milligrams per day, under medical supervision. And that phrase, under medical supervision, is something I mean very seriously. I need you to hear me on this. Before you start any new supplement, especially at higher doses, please talk to your doctor. Niacin at high doses can cause what's called a niacin flush, a temporary redness and warmth in the skin, and it can also interact with certain medications, particularly blood pressure medications and blood thinners. Your doctor needs to know what you're taking. Now, if you want to start boosting your niacin levels through food first, which is always a wonderful foundation, here are some of the best dietary sources. Chicken breast is an excellent source, as is turkey, tuna, salmon, and beef liver. For those of you who prefer plant-based options, peanuts, sunflower seeds, avocado, and brown rice all contain meaningful amounts of niacin. Adding these foods to your daily meals is a gentle, natural way to start supporting better circulation from the inside out. But let me also tell you this, because nutrition is only one piece of the puzzle. While niacin is genuinely the #1 vitamin I recommend for blood flow in the legs, there are a few powerful companion habits that will multiply its effects. Think of niacin as the engine, and these habits as the fuel. First, and I cannot stress this enough, movement is medicine. Even if you can only walk for 10 minutes a day, do it. Walking activates the muscles in your legs, which act like pumps, pushing blood back up toward your heart. Gentle leg exercises, like ankle circles, calf raises while holding onto a chair, or simply marching in place, these send signals to your blood vessels to stay open and flexible. Movement and niacin together are a powerful combination. Second, stay hydrated. Blood is made up largely of water. When you're even mildly dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker and harder to pump through your vessels. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of water a day, more if it's warm outside. This is especially important for those of us over 70 because our sense of thirst naturally decreases with age, which means we often don't feel thirsty even when our bodies desperately need water. Third, keep your legs elevated when you're resting. If you notice swelling in your ankles and feet, try lying down and propping your legs up on a pillow so they're slightly above the level of your heart. This uses gravity to help move pooled blood back into circulation. Do this for even 15 to 20 minutes a day, and you will notice a difference. And fourth, watch your sugar intake. High blood sugar is one of the most damaging things for your blood vessels. It causes inflammation, stiffness, and damage to the endothelial lining we talked about earlier. Reducing refined sugars and processed carbohydrates protects your blood vessels and keeps them working the way they should. Now I want to take a moment and speak to you heart to heart because this is something I feel deeply about. Getting older does not mean giving up. It does not mean accepting pain, discomfort, and limitation as your new normal. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal, to adapt, and to improve at any age. I have seen patients in their 70s, 80s, even 90s make remarkable turnarounds in their health simply by giving their bodies the right tools and the right support. Niacin is one of those tools. It is safe, it is well-researched, it is accessible, and when used correctly and consistently, it can make a real and meaningful difference in how your legs feel, how freely you can move, and how fully you can live your life. So here is your action plan for today. Talk to your doctor about your circulation and ask whether niacin supplementation might be right for you. Start adding niacin-rich foods to your plate. Commit to a short daily walk, even if it's just around the block. And keep coming back to this channel because every week I am here with science-backed information designed specifically to help you live longer, feel stronger, and thrive at every age. If this video helped you or gave you something to think about, please give it a thumbs up. It truly helps more people find this information who need it. Share it with someone you love who might be struggling with leg pain or circulation problems. And drop a comment below. I want to know, have you ever tried niacin? Have you noticed issues with blood flow or leg heaviness? Let's talk about it. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. I'm Dr. Zoe, and this has been Dr. Zoe Health Talks. Take care of your body. It's the only one you've got. I'll see you in the next video.